Hi, Shane here. You're watching Sam for God, and this is Mark. Check her out.
So hi guys, how are you doing? Today is Thursday the 15th of February 2018 and I'm just on my way out to go and meet my friend Beth to go and see Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia is a musical that took a long time for me to actually end up loving. The first time I watched it I actually hated it. I saw the stage version before I saw the film version, believe it or not, and I've always been a fan of ABBA, and long story short I didn't like the musical because I was like, oh, they're making a mockery of ABBA's music, it's just not going well, and I don't think the cast that we had the first time I saw it back in 2010 was very good. But now I've grown to really enjoy it. I've grown to not take my shows too seriously and appreciate Mamma Mia for what it does, which is it gives you a really great night out with amazing music, and the cast at the moment is amazing. Caroline Deverill is meant to be on as Donna tonight, and as you guys probably know, I've talked about her before in my channel. She's one of my favourite performers and I'm really excited to see her again. I saw her on my birthday last year and I haven't seen the show or her in the show since, so it should be a good time. Also, Beth's never seen this cast of Mamma Mia. In fact, Beth, my friend, you probably know her, she's used to be in my vlogs all the time. She's been away in Canada for the past like 2 years, so this is my first theatre trip with her in about 2 years time, which is very exciting because I used to go to the theatre with her all the time. Anyway, introduction over, come along on the journey, it's going to be a fun evening. I am now just outside the Novello theatre, you can probably see parts of it in the background. I just went in and got me and my friend Beth tickets for the show. I spent way more than I wanted to, but also I was aware that I probably would have to. I don't know whether Beth wants to or not. She probably wouldn't want to be spending that much, but it's okay. I feel like if she doesn't, I'm happy to pay for her ticket because you know, like I said, it's our first theatre trip back together in a long time. And Mamma Mia, unfortunately, the problem with Mamma Mia is that I don't think it does any kind of day seats or lottery tickets or anything cheap. So if you want good tickets, you have to kind of either hope for the best, like go there and just ask and see if they have any, they're willing to give you cheap tickets for like, or like good tickets for a cheap price, or just kind of pay full price, which is what I did. So it's okay though, we're in row J of stalls. I got tickets, very central as well, very exciting. And like I said, I haven't seen the show since July of last year, so it's been what, like 7 months? And I love the show, it's really fun. And I'm just trying to justify myself, guys, basically, because I feel really sad that I just spent so much money, but it's okay. Life goes on. I'm just waiting on Beth now. I thought I was going to be late, but then thankfully for once she's a little bit late, because normally I'm the late person in any friendship that I have with anyone. But yeah, I'm just going to wait for her. We're going to go for food, and I'm actually very excited now. Also, whilst I'm waiting for Beth, I thought I'd show you this poster of Caroline Deverill because I feel like it's going to get very busy later on. Basically, Caroline is the alternate Donna, and she should be on tonight. The best show I've seen in years is Capital Radio, and this is her poster outside the theatre. There was a matinee today as well, so obviously that's why there's still people coming out of the theatre at the moment. We are now in Bella Italia in Covent Garden, and I am joined by... Hello! Yeah! Is it you you're looking for?
I was going to sing the Adele version.
Oh. That's all. There are so many songs that start with hello.
You haven't seen Beth since, I think, May 2016. Yeah,
maybe even earlier.
Been in Canada for nearly 2 years.
Yeah, I told them already about the situation, so you know your life now. Are you excited to be back?
Most people guess from the Instagram.
That's true. Are you happy to be back in London?
Yeah, I'm really happy to be back.
She's no longer just one person though. Bum, bum, bum. There's a baby in there.
That photo you put on Instagram.
It was so much bigger. I know.
And I was wearing a tighter dress.
Yeah. I quite liked it though. It was almost like you're about to literally like 9 months, like it's nearly happened.
I was 6 months then, but now I'm 7 months, and it's just like...
getting mental. Yeah, so we're gonna enjoy some food and life, and I've got my apple juice as well. We'll ignore that. Beth's got her coke. Life is good. Do you realise this is our first theatre trip in about 2 years, or in a year and a half? Do you know when the last one was? Funny Girl. That was our last. Yeah, well, obviously. Yeah, because last time we didn't see a show together. Yeah, 100%. I know. Look at this. This is really cute. We like our lives used to be theatre. That's basically the base of our friendship, or used to back in the days. And now
back to London, I've been to. It's not even that much.
You think what's in the street as well?
Yeah.
Oh, do you like it?
I really like it. I like Cap Dog.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's not a great story, but just fun stuff.
And then I saw Hamilton.
Love that show so much. I need to see it again. We didn't see it together, obviously.
No, we probably will.
Yeah, at one point we will. She's continuously winning the lottery.
I'm trying to.
You're not winning it.
I'm like losing the lottery.
You're losing it.
I'm trying to make the most of theatre before
the baby's out. We already have our tickets, by the way.
Do we?
Yeah.
I was wondering about tickets.
Where would you like to sit? How much did you want to spend money on them? Don't worry.
I'm not that fast, but as long as they're not like...
Do you want to be in a box? No, we're not in a box, we're not in a box, don't worry.
How much were they?
They're really good tickets, by the way. We're in both JF stores.
Awesome, but how much are they?
We won't talk about that. Just... How are you? Oh yeah, it is very cold, yeah. We're very, like, we've made friends with the people next to us. How beautiful does the food look, darling? I'm very excited. I don't know, it might not look that beautiful to you. This is garlic bread with pizza. It's not BEP, yeah, they are. Back in the day, I don't like pizza, but I like garlic bread, so garlic bread that looks like pizza is okay for me. Guys, our food has arrived now.
For the YouTube.
I literally just told Beth you're allowed to eat. I was about to tell her please don't eat.
I put the fork in her mouth and then she was like, it's fine, you're allowed to eat.
Because you know I have to film the food first, and I was like I'm just gonna allow her because she's pregnant and it's fine. I'll make an exception for the girl. Beth went for carbonara. I went for, can you get it again? Because that was a beautiful situation. Look at that. I went for mayo.
Just mayo.
That's what I'm gonna have. I went for a burger, guys. I'm in an Italian restaurant having burger and chips. Lord have mercy, I just needed some meat in my life. But we're gonna eat now. It's like 47 now. We've got about an hour before the show. It starts at 7:45, luckily. And the theatre's just over there, so it's not, I can't really show it because I don't want to show people that you don't know in my life. Although the people next to us are very friendly and lovely, so that's fine.
Such an awkward person.
I know, I'm really bad. We are now in the queue to go to the theatre, to the Novello theatre. You do it quite a lot. I'm actually very excited, guys. I was just telling Beth, whoa, that took me 5 seconds to say your name. That it's been a while since I've seen the show and a while since I've seen, in fact I've only seen Caroline in the show once before and it was in July. And when was the last time you saw Mia? Like ages ago. It would have been Diana, right?
Yeah.
Donna.
Last time I saw it was like for, I don't know, some kind of...
Was it with me?
I'm sure it was with you.
Yeah, I feel like
I've seen it without you.
That's really cute, that makes me happy. So yeah, we're going to go in, there's a bit of a bag check going on obviously. So sorry, I just thought they were talking to me. Tickets here, and I'll speak to you when I get inside. There you go, we've got the lovely Caroline Deverill on as Donna, if my hand stops shaking, which it's not, but there you go, I think you can see it. How are you? Nice to see you. From one person that I know to another person. This is the lovely Sarah. You've probably been in some of these vlogs before whenever I've summarised things to vlog.
You've been
and you're always
yeah.
Guys, how cool is that wall near Sarah? Is it just guys a new one for like summertime or is it? I mean, it's not even summer. Oh really? And can I look at your beautiful hoodie as well? These are the merch that you can get if you guys come to the, what's the theatre called? Novello Theatre. There you go. I'm actually very excited about life. Have you seen this? You've probably seen this cast before many times. Good? Very good. Yeah. I mean, I came for my birthday. I think that's the last time I saw you. Yeah, back in July.
That's like July.
I've not seen you since, Sarah. Yeah, no, because I've seen Amanda a couple of times. Anyway, let's go because you're busy. Yeah. We'll do something soon, darling. Okay, bye. Beth is getting herself a bottle of water from my bar. Just over here. So
I can't have water.
I know, bless her. Pregnancy problems. We are in the auditorium now. It's beautiful. We're literally very centre as well, which is exciting, isn't it?
I think this is like the best seat I've ever had.
Genuinely, this is our view. This is the...
And we're right on the rake as well.
Exactly, so hopefully even if anybody comes and sits in front of us, we can still see. Normally, back in the days, I'd sit on those like seats over there in the dress circle because they're a bit cheaper.
And we sat in a box.
Or in a box, which a box is fun, but obviously you get a side view.
The box is like super, I didn't realise how close it was to the stairs.
I know, that's the box. Is that the one we were in or that one? I can't remember which one.
It was that one.
Okay, fair. And then, yeah, and then I also think this will be one of my best views ever. So it's fine, it's worth it. Sometimes you just have to go all out, and especially if it's your first trip back together, the theatre in a while. Is that too cheesy? Should we all cry?
I'm actually gonna cry.
I might cry.
I'm gonna like, because
you've got you've got extra hormones.
Oh my god, don't. The other day, I dropped a sock.
Okay.
I couldn't reach down to pick it up because the baby was in a weird position and it was like
and
really
you started crying.
So I bent down to pick it up and I couldn't, and I started crying and then started laughing because I was just like,
why am I crying?
Why am I being an absolute wet wipe over the
That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, I love it. Well done, Beth. I'm happy for you. Anyway, the show is going to start in 10 minutes. This is our view, so I'm going to talk to you in the interval. It is the interval. school now, and it's been really good. It's been, I mean, I'm just smiling throughout the whole thing. The music is so good, and you can see everyone around us just loving it.
Who doesn't love ABBA?
Exactly, that's the thing. I think really the orchestra have a lot to thank for things. I don't know that why thankful for the music basically, because really the orchestra, the music is what's like the best thing. It's the heart of it. But obviously the show is great as well. It's a great cast. I think we have a few understudies. I'm going to talk about it later, obviously, when I have the cast list. But I'm pretty sure we have an understudy for Tanya. She plays in an American. Yeah.
I've never heard her being played in an American accent, but it does work.
It works, and it's actually really, and she's really funny. Like there's bits where she's incredible.
You know what? The Rosie and Tanya in this cast, I have to admit, but they're so amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, yeah.
The Rosie's the main Rosie, and I saw her last time as well, and I thought she was fantastic. And again today, I'm like, you're so funny. And I've seen so many great Rosies that to be like, she's the best. The girl playing Sophie's really good as well. She's got a really good voice. We love.
I never really know what to say about the Sophie because they don't really
they're
played exactly the same.
Yeah. We both love the guy playing Sky because his Scottish accent is just something else. I love it, and I think we have an understudy for Sam as well, for the dad who's playing Sam. Of the three guys.
The guy that plays Harry been in it for a long time.
Yeah, he's never been there. I think at least 4 years, 3-4 years. Yeah. And then of course Caroline, she's fantastic. It's great to see her again after like half a year.
I love
really good. The voice is good.
And she's an incredible dancer.
Fantastic dancer.
We just noticed, like, because it's not really a big dancing role, but in the song
Voulez-vous, yeah,
she really shows her dancing skills. It's amazing.
And I really want Voulez-vous to be played, and for me to dance like that. I can't dance that well, but I just want that thing to be.
You can tell her like poshness.
Yeah, yeah. I think she did. I think she went to Lanes though with Terry Ellis. So is that like a very kind of?
She she could dance with a video.
Yeah, of course. I mean, well done. She used to play the teacher in it. You all know Caroline Deverill. Yeah, this interval we're probably gonna just kind of sit around because you're pregnant. Oh yeah, we should probably go to the toilet, and then I enjoy this angle because I can see your family. How's the baby? Enjoying it?
Starting to get a bit uncomfortable.
Is she actually doing stuff?
Yeah, well she's like always like constantly kicking, but she's like at that stage. I'm 7 months pregnant now.
Yeah.
And it's at that stage where she's just pushing down on my lungs constantly.
Oh god.
So I feel like a conqueror.
Do you know one day?
But it's worth it.
Do you know one day I'll show her this video of her at Mamma Mia when she was 7 months? Not really. Anyway,
it's worth it.
Yeah, it's great. Just had a nice chat with my friend Piston, who works here. Really good to see him. It's been a while. Beth has gone back to see them. I'm just going to really quickly. Where were we? Show starts really quickly. One thing about Novello theatre, like it's a beautiful theatre. I absolutely love it, but the toilet situation not the best. Anyway, guys, I'm back in my seat, and what are your thoughts on the toilet scene? A bit awkward, right? I know it's a beautiful theatre, but the toilets are very small, narrow. Yeah. not made for
I have to like climb over the toilet to shut it.
They're very small. I know it's an old theatre, but it's a beautiful theatre anyway, just the toilets are a bit small. What can you do? Anyway, the show's about to restart. This is our view again. I'm loving it. I guess I'll speak to you at the end. The show has just finished. You probably can't even hear me. It was amazing. I was on such a high. I'll talk about it more in a second. We have now left the theatre. Thoughts on the second half?
Oh, I love it.
I love it. And it's so quite funny because the second half is pretty different to Act 1. Act 1's more like funny and excitable songs. I mean, second half still have some fun songs.
Yeah,
but
it's kind of like the serious songs.
Yeah, and the winner takes it all. Like Lord Have Mercy. Caroline Deverill was phenomenal in that.
Oh my god, she sung it so well.
So well. Probably the best I've heard anyone sing it in Mamma Mia the Musical, the stage version. I've seen the show.
You get so many like serious songs in Act 2, and
that's
then you
it.
get like
and then
Take a Chance on Me as a kind of comic relief.
I want to know Rosie's name, the actress who plays her. I'm going to obviously talk about her later, but she is so funny.
She's really good.
She is hilarious. Anyway, I'll talk to you. Should we say goodbye to you for now? Bye. It's been your return to my vlogs after like a couple of years, a year and a half.
Yeah.
London, I was the last vlog we did together. So this
that was when I visited. That was like September.
She was
2016.
Still. It was actually. That's still quite a long time ago. Yeah. It's not even last year. Right. So it's goodbye to Beth, and I'll speak to you when I get home. I am now back home, as you can probably tell by the messy background of my life. We'll just ignore that. I just need to talk a little bit about the show, really. I'm not going to say too much because I feel like Mamma Mia is not necessarily a new show. It's been around for a long time. Most people know what it's about. Most people know. They've probably even seen the show, most people, to be fair. If they haven't seen the show, they've seen the film. And you probably all know my thoughts on it. I don't think it's the best show by any means, but I love ABBA's music. And I've accepted and I've grown to love the show because now I appreciate it for what it does, which is, it just gives you a great night. I used to be like too critical about the story being like ridiculously awful, and like I don't think necessarily it has the best sets or anything. It doesn't, like, that's just a fact, it doesn't. But I don't really care about any of that anymore. I just go in to have a great time and see some really talented people deliver and perform some incredible songs, and that's why I go there, and that's what I get, and I loved it tonight. I really did. I'm just going to quickly talk about the cast because I feel like that's the main thing, and that's what really makes the show. And it is a fantastic cast at the moment. There were quite a few understudies on, if I'm correct, tonight. Especially, I mean, since I saw the show in July for my birthday last year. There's a vlog of that as well. It's not like a separate Mamma Mia vlog, but if you want to see me go to Mamma Mia, it's part of my birthday vlog from 2017. So I'll try and link it down below. If not, just look for it on my channel if you want to see it. But yeah, I hadn't seen this cast since, and it was my second time seeing the cast. And Sophie was the same. So for Sophie Sheridan, we had Georgina Castle, and she is honestly fantastic. My second time seeing her, I liked her the first time, but even more so this time. She's just great. Like, she's got a beautiful voice. I think, like my friend Beth said earlier, the character of Sophie, there's not too much you can do with her, but I feel like even so, Georgina had put her own stamp on it in some ways, and her voice was beautiful, and she was just a very natural performer, so I really enjoyed her. And then Ali and Lisa, we had Bobby Little, Harriet Bonton, both very good. For Tanya, we had Natasha O'Brien. I don't know which one's right. I'm really sorry if I'm saying her name or surname wrong. We'll go with Natasha O'Brien. Yeah, let's go with that. I actually, funny story, I saw her, me and Beth saw her as we were walking to the station later, and she was walking there as well. She was waiting to cross the road with us, and so I just went to her. I was like, oh, great show, you were amazing as Tanya. And she was like, oh, thank you so much. And she like couldn't believe that like we recognized her, because she said that apparently most people don't recognize her off stage and stuff, you know, after everything's off her, if that makes any sense. But yeah, we had a brief chat with her, and that was really nice. Yeah, she was fantastic. So she's definitely an understudy, because yeah, last time I saw the show it wasn't her. And also she's like actually American in real life as well. Like, she's got an American accent when we talk to her, and she has an American accent in the show. She plays Tanya with an American accent, which was a little bit weird at first, just because it's something I'm not used to. I've seen the show so many times, and Tanya's always played with a very, not just an English accent, but like a very strong kind of posh English accent, and that's kind of normally part of what makes Tanya's role funny. So at first I was like, wow, this is different, but honestly I couldn't have been more mistaken. Just because the accent was different didn't make any difference to the performance. Like, she was still funny in a different way, and honestly Natasha's performance was fantastic. Really enjoyed her. She made me laugh a lot in like certain points that other Tanyas wouldn't have made me laugh before. But also I did notice that some lines, for instance, that like I'm used to making me lol a lot and like making the audience laugh, didn't get as many laughs, just because she obviously didn't say them in the kind of standard English accent I'm used to. But it was fun, it was just different, and I really enjoyed that. Let's quickly talk about Rosie, who's played by Jacqueline Brown. Whoa, she is just like, second time seeing her, and she is probably the best Rosie I've seen. She's just hilarious, like, great voice, but her comic timing especially. I just love that she just is so natural on stage, and she's obviously clearly not worried about just going all out and giving it her all, and she is, the audience loves her, and I love her, and I think she's fantastic. And I've seen some incredible Rosies before, but she is the best one I've seen. Donna, of course, Caroline Deverill, I mean, Lord have mercy, she is just a star. She really, really is. Obviously in Act 1, Donna's part is quite small. I mean, she's in a lot of the numbers, but she doesn't really have necessarily any solos or anything. But she's still great in Act 1, but in Act 2 is where she really shines, and she, like, it was just so great to see her. It had been a while since I'd seen her. It had been about, what, 6-7 months, and I think when I first saw her she'd only kind of just started, or like she'd been in the show for a couple of months, whereas now she's obviously been in the show for about 6-7 months, and she's just insanely talented. She's amazing. She's a phenomenal actress, and Winner Takes All tonight was just beautiful. Like, honestly, probably one of the best, or the best time I've ever seen anyone sing that song in Mamma Mia. Her voice is just phenomenal. Like, she's just got such a control over it, and she acts it so well as well. I really feel for her, you know, I feel for the character of Donna, and I was just amazed by her performance. And I think as One of Us as well, she's really good at singing One of Us. That's another one of my favorites, and Caroline sings it so well and gets the emotions right as well. And I love Our Last Summer, or Slipping Through My Fingers. They're all, I think most of the songs in Act 2 I really love, so I think potentially I actually prefer Act 2 to Act 1. I don't know. There are some really great numbers in Act 1 as well though, like obviously Dancing Queen and Mamma Mia and Super Trooper, one of my absolute favourites. Anyway, I don't want to keep this vlog going for too long. Sky is played by Christopher Jordan Marshall. Very good. I saw him last time as well. I think we had an understudy for Pepper, and he was played by Matt Jordan Pigeon. He was really good, very, very good, loved him. And then Eddie was Nye Reese, Harry was Alistair Harvey. I've seen that Harry so many times and he's still great. Sam Carmichael was played by an understudy as well, Richard Standing. I'd never seen him before, I don't think, and he was really good. I'm so used to the normal guy that plays Sam Carmichael that was just... Because the guy that the lead guy that plays Sam Carmichael in Mamma Mia at the moment, he's been in the show for like 6-7 years. I've seen him so many times. Like I've been seeing him since when Diane first started, Diane Pilkington. That was back in 2013, and so he's been in it for like 5-6 years at least. And he was off tonight, so it was just weird to see someone else do it. But Richard was really good, and then Bill was Dougald Bruce Lockhart. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's kind of all the main people, if that makes any sense. Again, I'm really sorry about the mess, but I'm gonna end this vlog because I feel like I've been talking for too long. It was really nice to see the show again. I like it when I leave like big gaps in between seeing some of my favorite shows, just because it means that when I go back it's like fresh again. And it was great to see it with Beth as well, our first show together again in a while, and it was really great to see Caroline as well very briefly. And if you haven't seen this show, go and see it right now. It's a great time to go because it's a fantastic cast. Like I said, even having seen some of the covers on today, still they're all great. It doesn't matter if you get an understudy or not. It's just a really great cast and great music. So if you like ABBA, just go. If you don't mind a fun, light-hearted show, don't go in it trying to judge it seriously, because then you'd hate it. That was my mistake when I first saw the show back in 2010. Now I love it. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!